Hello heroes and heroines, welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. We have beaten the curse and we are full of kingly strength again. I have checked all our companions with the new items, rearranged the spell books. Yeah, and now we can actually go for the last mission, which leads us to this ever-blooming flower, where we will meet Narissa. Oh, this is so bad that it was just the magic. It's very bad for me as a completionist. Hey, where is it? Where's the quest? Ah yeah, so here. So shall you reap. The cursed king, yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, so let's check out what's going on in the camp. Maybe something has happened in the meantime. Such troubles harden the strong and rid the world of weaklings. I welcome this. Well, we made her a person, but not a good one. This is Ilora Nuski. River Razors at your service, let's kick some monster butts. I think she's a pirate, as far as I remember. Ekundayo, what do you say, my good ranger? I saw a strong and vibrant forest swept away by fire. Now I see the same. Happening to a living city. Okay, it appears they all say the same, huh? So Canera and Kalike, I will cherish the time we had together. You know what I mean? Valerie, I'm sorry that we couldn't take the next steps in our relationship. It just took too long with you. So much pain. Ah yeah, so apparently more people are filling up our camp. Falkos, so the nymph and here the satyr. Ah yeah, there's Evindra. Oh, she actually wears something, so. I might be a mere wisp compared to the elders, but I'll fight to the end. And see the fall of the Lantern King. Yeah, that's very nice that you are so optimistic. That's good. That's the spirit. Oh, here is the reptile guy. Old Kelga and his tribe come to help. Even spirits heads, but we not afraid. That's very nice. So, a bandit fort, a flourishing city, a cesspool of beasts. This place has a rich history. I admit I missed it. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so Davin. Davin is new. Ah, he's also a pirate. I'm repaying the debt, one ruler to another. That's very good, Tristan. Anything else to say? No. Okay, so there is Sana. Ominous time, ominous and beautiful. Okay, so it doesn't look like, yeah. Otherwise, all the people are here. The life of an adventurer is full of surprises. Even a war with the first world deity doesn't seem so unlikely. Ah, yeah, and here. How did I let myself get into this? Alright, so Octavia and Rugonga. Very good to see you. I will always cherish what we three had, guys.
All according to plan.
So, Jamandi, fierce battle awaits us, but we are fighting for a good cause like never before. Yeah. Ah yeah, so, more people. The narrate, Miliance. Interesting foot form. Oh yeah, the Might Queen. Very nice and very interesting and fun. The Warrior Queen Buddha. Ally, I help you. Lead my might to battle. Big. Fight us come. Sweet. Very good. Oh, and Lika. If someone did to our lake what they have done to your city, I'd skin them alive. Well, that is a little bit brutal, my dear, but I also appreciate the spirit. So nothing up there.
In due time.
Good. Okay then. Oh, actually, it's just +2. Because I was just thinking that I missed something to give to the guys, but I think not everybody will fight anyway, like from the main characters, or not the mercenaries I made. So we did everything except for the ever-blooming flower cradle. Let's go there. Familiar sensation seized us as we stepped into the helpfully opened portal. Strange visions of the first world surrounded us, then disappeared the moment we reached our destination and emerged into our reality. Alright, let's take our standard team. So these are the mercenaries, which are actually never really used in the game. I just made them in this house beyond space and time. But it was more like enjoying the character generation. Oh yeah. Narissa seems she doesn't speak. Yeah. Seems more fragile than she used to be and more determined. She doesn't turn around, but apparently senses you approaching. Very nice, that's what lovers know and do. Straightens her shoulders and breaks the silence. Will the elders hear me out? And by the way, we are 100,000 experience away from the next and final level 20. So 90,000 to go. Let's see if we can reach that before the final battle. Marked the 3. The eldest will, says the figure in the green robe. The whole world shivers slightly at the sound of her voice. Ooh, that's creepy. Shika the Many, is it worth it? Replies the figure in grey-blue, who you recognize as Shika. Yeah, we know that one. There is so much noise in the world. Why do we have to listen to this pathetic screech? Narissa looks back at you as if urging for support. Yeah, you got it, baby. And keeps speaking with confidence. Why are you here then, the Many? And why did you come to my house? Perhaps this pathetic screech interests you in some way? By the way, she also has tails, just made from plant matter. Shika the Many. You wanted to become one of the eldest, girl. But still you seem so barely understand what we are and what drives us. But enough, since you are here. Their head slightly turns toward us. Ask. Ah yeah, so we passed the hidden religion check. Shika, Margent, the Lost Prince, the eldest of time, fate and solitude. A truly amusing company has gathered here, I notice. Clever child. We remain gratified by dwellers of the material plane. Shika turns around to the dark-haired eldest. What do you say, Prince? Aren't our guests from Golarion the most amusing creatures? You should come out of your tower and visit these lands. You might even conduct the next inconsequent debates. That was a side quest with Jubilost. Shika's offer seems to fall on deaf ears. The dark-haired eldest pays no attention, studying the soil beside the toe of his boot. So you three are the eldest who participated in the trial of Narissa, is that so? So her curse is your punishment as well? This is the Lantern King's game. The dark-haired eldest breaks the silence for the first time. His voice is bleak and unemotional. but there's a note of disapproval in it, so faint that you wonder if you imagined it. We were present, but hardly participated. Transgressions and punishments, questions asked and answers received, an eternal cycle. A great price must be paid for a daring scheme, Narissa. However, the figure in green pauses, I think the Lantern King asked more of you than was due. Much more. And we do not. We can scarcely remember a timeline when we weren't annoyed by your vanity, nymph girl. Well, you're lucky that the Lantern King annoys us even more, so we don't mind disrupting his plans a little bit. That's excellent to hear, guys. We need help in confronting the Lantern King and his curse. What makes you think we will help? Intuition, I suppose. Shika chuckles. Let us stop weaving words. We can help you, even both of you. But help must be deserved. If you wish to start again, start your journey from the end. Very well, so be it. I know how I can help you, and I know that price is the price I will demand for it. Come to me when you are ready for a trial by fear. I will not be far. Trial by fear doesn't sound so well for us. Narissa looks at us with sad blue eyes. Oh, you poor thing. It's always difficult to deal with the high powers. They toy with us. But without their help, we wouldn't have a chance against the Lantern King. Let's talk to all three of them and find out what they want. I wonder if she lost her voice. Our dear cutie. So. We need to complete their tasks. These guys. Let's save. As this is an RNG based game.
That is not
this?
far.
The sight of the days makes you uneasy. There are no bars or shackles, but an air of oppressiveness hangs over it.
As
The
it should be.
days, what is it? Where is it? Come, Rogonga, go out of the way. Out of the way. So okay, it's a rock. So the Lost Prince. The last of the three eldest remaining in the meadow barely notices you, yet you don't feel arrogance or hostility in his silent indifference. The Lost Prince is the eldest of forgotten things, sadness and solitude. He leaves his tower only very rarely and meddles in the affairs of the other eldest more rarely still. All the more interesting why he is here. Obviously he's come for a reason. I'd like to know more about you, eldest. I'm known as the Last Prince, the Lost Prince. A lost king. We have something in common, don't we? I am not from the first world, and I am now as far from my home as you are from yours. The prince stops as if even his short speech exhausted him. I am sorry if I do not entirely satisfy your curiosity. That is not the act I seek to succeed in. You were silent when we asked if the elders would help us. The prince shrugs slightly. A serious conversation abhors crowds. As for your request, different rumors circulate among the children of the first world. They say the Lost Prince is keen to help those who've lost everything, or nearly everything. I'm afraid that what I'm about to do will do nothing to quench this ridiculous rumor. I'm going to help you. The prince lifts his eyes from the ground and looks at you, then at Narissa and back. You must know much about curses, or you wouldn't be standing before me now. But I'd like to say, a curse is a kind of gift. One party gives it, the other one accepts it. But what happens if the accepting party refuses it? Then the gift will remain with the giver. Oh, that sounds amazingly interesting. We'll have to tell the storyteller. But how can you refuse a curse? I have no answer to this question, though I've seen it happen more than once. Many things can influence the outcome. Will, faith, and the powers of the cursor and the cursed are all laid onto a non-existing scale, and one of them tips the balance. Ponder this. You must have heard a mortal curse a god at least once. Yeah, you must have heard a mortal curse a god at least once. Mortals often curse the higher powers for their troubles, foolishly calling their wrath down upon them. However, such curses never have any effect on Damashtu or Pharasma or the others. Gods simply do not accept them. Intriguing. And what will happen if the curse remains with the one who created it? He will be cursed. The prince says this with the same sad indifference, and yet the words sound frightening and poignant. That is the order of things. The more involved you are in anything, be it a feud, a friendship, or even the relationship between a master and a servant, the more unexpectedly this bond can bind you. This is one of the reasons I prefer non-intrusion and solitude. The Lantern King would also do well to put less effort into his games. So your advice is to reject the curse? How will that help us? Not only to reject it, to return it to the one who cursed you. Tell him directly that he has no power over you, and let him choke on his own poison. Narissa bows gracefully. Thank you, eldest. We will heed your advice. The prince nods pensively and lowers his head to the ground once more. Yeah, very much obliged. Many thanks for your help and all this information. But we have to go now. Time is running short. So long. Okay, so anything to see? Very nice. Let's check out the corner first. I hope no one is ambushing us because we are not buffed.
In due time.
But I just want to save the time at this moment. No, there's nothing here. Or is it? No. So guys, go over there.
All according to plan.
Yeah, the nature of the first world is really nice. Stop. You're running around. So here there's no connection. Okay, there's a pool. No, it's a pit full of pink smoke. Magd the Three. What's this? The water has grown dark and menacing. Oh. Yeah, and it goes deep. So it's actually not really, or it is foggy, but it's like a deep hole. That is not good.
Follow my lead.
So, Magd the Three, what do you say? Save early, save often, guys. Always remember. Magd the Three. The elder stands near the edge of the water, watching the circles on the surface, the dashing waves against the shore, and the shadowy currents in the depth. These things seem to tell her much more than you. As you approach, the eldest looks up for a moment. In her penetrating glance, it seems you see your own reflection, an endlessly branching road, a slowly gathering storm, a breath, and the apparition disappears. Magd, the eldest of complexity, fate, and triplets. I suppose we are now dealing with one of her three essences, if only we knew which one. You mentioned a trial by fear, eldest. What do you want from us? Your fall, Narissa, began with a lost battle. The Tane Jabberwock overthrew the self-proclaimed queen and brought her to the trial of the Lantern King. That is why I'm telling you, destroy the monster. This loop must be closed. Mark speaks in a calm, measured manner, but you feel something powerful in her indifference. Her knowledge of everything that has happened and will soon happen, and her understanding of the fundamental nature of things. Return to me when you have completed the task. I will give you something priceless in exchange, something that can be turned into a terrible weapon against the Lantern King. And if you cannot defeat the monster, then you don't deserve a better fate than the one that the curse promises you. Narissa shivers. You ask much, eldest. To choose between dying from a curse and dying in the claws of a monster. But I believe that what I couldn't do alone might be possible for two. Yes, we look at each other deep into our eyes, and then we know that we will be successful together. Where can we find the Jabberwock? I summoned the Tane. He will be waiting for you to the south, but be careful. A true Jabberwock is nothing like Narissa's pets, which you defeated near the Castle of Knives. Okay, we will see about that, but thanks for the warning. Goodbye. See you later. Mark nods goodbye to you and returns to contemplate the circles on the water. Okay, so
In due time.
to the south there is a monster. So, and what that is, we'll see in the next episode. I will just spare you the buffing up process. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I like the graphics very much. It's very intense, kind of, and otherworldly. It's very nice. And these people spoke with very interesting voices, didn't they? So, if you liked the video, you are very welcome to thumb up, and you are even more welcome to join up with the channel if you haven't already, and become part of the family. Hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.